Hi, I'm Aziza, and I'm a member of the Swana Ancestral Hub and a psychotherapist living on Dakota land in so-called Minneapolis, Minnesota, in the US. And I, along with some other members of the Swana Ancestral Hub, have created some videos with exercises that may be supportive in moving through stress and trauma symptoms. And these videos were inspired by the folks in Beirut after the Beirut Explosion, and they will also be supportive for anyone who's experienced a high impact, highly disorienting traumatic event. And I use primarily a modality that's called somatic experiencing, which is a body-based, trauma-specific healing modality that may be supportive in working with single incident traumas, developmental traumas, and ongoing systemic violence and oppression. And somatic experiencing invites us to slow down with the feelings and sensations as they arise in the body, what's naturally occurring after a traumatic event, really paying attention to the natural wisdom of our body, what our body knows how to do after a traumatic event, which is to move back into a state of ease and flow. So when we do this, when we slow down with the right amount of support to touch into and move through feelings and sensations that are arising, the body will begin to move back in the direction of the state of ease, flow, and connection. And when I say trauma, I mean anything that happens too much, too fast, or not enough over time. And how we might differentiate between stress and trauma is that stressful events, often we perceive them to have a beginning and an end. And we're talking about specifically single incident traumas. A traumatic event, sometimes our body will continue to experience the world after the event is over as if the event is still happening. And this can look many ways for folks, but often we experience symptoms of shock, disorientation, disconnection from our body or from other people, fear, sadness. But these are just examples, and there's many, many ways that we can feel after a traumatic event. There's no one or right way to feel. We work with feelings and sensations that arise by slowing them down enough to allow the body to move back into a state of ease and flow, just a little bit at a time. And we might support the body in doing this by finding pleasant or neutral sensory experiences that will help the body move away from states of panic and shock and fear. And we might do this by connecting with the natural world. So putting your back against a tree, floating in the water, connecting with creature kin, finding movement and vibration with others if possible. Given the context of COVID-19, I want to acknowledge that it might be hard or more challenging to be with our loved ones, to find support and connection with them. But you might even watch videos of dancing, of singing, just any way that you can remind your body and nervous system of the inherent vibration and movement and connection that is its natural state. And if it is possible, if you do have loved ones that you are in a COVID pod or group with, finding any kind of physical touch or support or connection can also be very useful. And doing any of these things help to remind the body and nervous system of its inherent connection to the rest of the world, the natural vibration, the natural state of ease and flow that sometimes gets disrupted after a traumatic event. And I invite you to do these exercises anytime you feel stuck or disconnected or disoriented, fearful, sad, or just experiencing any kind of intense emotion. As always, with things like this, please do just listen to your body and your nervous system meaning just if anything arises while you're doing it that just doesn't feel quite right, please listen to that, slow down, maybe stop doing the exercise. Your body has all of the wisdom that it needs to heal. It's just a matter of slowing down enough to listen and having the right kinds of holding and support to move back into connection and ease. Thank you.